Hello. Welcome to the world of Zoom. This is an online meeting place. We're going to be using Zoom for a few different things at church, but most importantly, we're going to be using it this Sunday to not really have a church service, but have a bit of a time to share what's happening. The Phoenix is going to be shut due to coronavirus. We're taking government's advice and we're going to be shut, but we're looking at ways we can continue to meet, continue to have conversations, continue to live out what it means to be church together. Dad uses, this is Dad, he is on Zoom with me. He uses it in his day-to-day job, so I thought I would ask him some questions about Zoom, how it works, what it looks like, what we might expect on Sunday when we meet together. So yeah, let's start with a simple question. In your day-to-day job, how do you use this?
Well, I'm using it pretty well every day. So in fact, every day, probably 2 or 3 times. And it's become normal. So there's some really weird stuff in that we're working with a French company at the moment. We've been working with them since November of last year. All the contracts, everything are all agreed. We work day by day with them, but I never met them physically until last month. So I've only met the guy once, and yet we've built up a friendship. I talk to Bruno most days, and it works. So for me, and I guess for quite a lot of people, this has just become a normal part of life. And it doesn't change things that much, because all that's changing is the mechanics. It doesn't change human behavior. You still have to be friendly and smile and talk to people, and that's a very scary smile. But all the things that work in real world also work in virtual world. So it's good, and it's fun, and it's just normal.
So this is the first time I've had a Zoom chat. I don't really know what I'm doing. You're kind of guiding me through this a bit. You're saying it's just the same as meeting day to day, but I'm guessing there are some things that work and some things that don't work. Could you maybe share with us what works, what doesn't work when we're in a Zoom chat?
Sure. I mean, a lot of the human stuff just stays the same. So if somebody's talking, paying attention to them is good news. Thank you. But there's a lot that's different. I mean, anyone who's used whether FaceTime or whatever to speak, all this is that you can have quite a lot of people in it. So you can have up to 50, 100 people in it. And that's fine, but there's some good ground rules. One is that what you'll see is that there's your image as an individual will probably be appearing in the top right-hand corner of your screen. And you can click on whether you want to see everybody or just see the person who's speaking. So you can use your mouse and just click on different bits of the screen, and it will show things in different ways. One thing that's really important is it's really easy either to join a Zoom call through your computer, if you're comfortable with that sort of thing. But equally, you can just telephone in to a number and it will give you some instructions, and you can treat it just like a phone call. You won't be able to see what's going on.
So if I don't have internet or a smartphone or a laptop, I can just call the number?
Yep. So we'll send you a link. We'll send everyone a link, which I think you're going to put on Facebook.
I'm actually gonna stick it on the church website, so on the homepage, www.rockcommunitychurch.org.uk, but also we will send that number out via the church prayer phone. So if you aren't on the church prayer phone, if you can message Karen Ross, and she will add you to the church prayer phone, and she will send the information out via that.
So that's great. So if you want to join by phone, we'll give you a standard rate UK number. Okay, you telephone that, and you'll also see on that on the website a entry, a reference for the call. So when you telephone in, it will say, what call do you want to join? And you will just speak or tap in the number of this call, okay? If you join through your computer, you'll just click on the link and it will take you in. So I'm now going to speak to the people who are coming in by computer. If you're coming in by phone, it'll just be like a normal phone call, okay, and you'll be able to hear what's going on. If you come in by computer, it's probably worth giving it a go about 10 minutes before the scheduled time to start, which I think is going to be 10:30. Okay, so try and join early because it may just take a few minutes for your computer to find the site and do all that sort of stuff.
So it took me about 10 minutes to just get everything set up and get myself on here.
Yeah. And we'll see who's joining, and we'll also give you some information about if you're getting stuck, you'll just be able to give me a call and I'll be able to talk you through it, okay? So in theory, it's nice and simple, but like all things computer, sometimes it works more easily than others for some people. So don't feel it's your fault if you're struggling with it. Just take a moment to get there. But usually it's pretty easy. When you come in, we'll see you coming in and someone will just say, hi, nice to see you, so-and-so and so-and-so. Couple of things to watch for, because you're doing this for the comfort of your own home. You will be on video, so you need to be decent from the waist up. And if you're not decent from the waist down, you need to remember not to move around too much and stand up and go and open the window, okay? Because we'll get a quick glimpse of your jimmy jammies and your bed socks, okay? So just think about that. When you're not speaking, it's probably good to put yourself on mute, okay? That's you on mute. Very, very good, overacting, thank you. And there's a little microphone that you'll see on your screen and you'll be able to click that on and click that off. If you want to say something, of course, you need to unmute yourself. Otherwise you will, exactly. Ollie, you have not muted yourself, very good. There'll be little symbols that you'll see on the screen, so you'll be able to message people. So you'd either be able to message the person who's the host. On this Sunday, I'll act as the host. So you could message me saying, I'm struggling with this or I'm struggling with that. Or you could message everyone saying, I've really got to go now, bye-bye everyone, okay? So there's some options there. So basically, it takes a little bit of getting used to, but for an awful lot of people out there, it's just become a normal way of life, and very quickly, I think we'll adapt to it.
Fantastic. On Sunday, I'm thinking I'll probably share a short reflection. It won't be a big long sermon, just a very short reflection. But then we'll spend a bit of time talking about what the next few months probably are going to look like as we work our way around a global pandemic. It's a new time for us. It's a new time for everyone. We try to work things out. We'll also probably create a bit of time for a question and answer, and we will explain a bit more about how we facilitate that and make that work on Sunday. It would be great if you could join us. It would be lovely to share information with everyone. If you can be there, fantastic. If you're a bit concerned about how to get on Zoom and make it work, then please do contact us and we will try and give you a bit of advice. Any final wise words, Dad, about what we should expect on Sunday?
Just an idea, which you mentioned if people are a bit uncertain about how to do it, we can easily set up a practice go, say on Saturday morning, and just say, well, if people want to just try and get in and give it a go and see how it works, I'm really happy to do that. I mean, say maybe at the same time on Saturday morning, 10:30 on Saturday morning, and we'll send a link to that, and you can give it a try.
Perfect. So we'll put a link for the practice session on Saturday morning. Anyone that wants to join in, then we can do that. And so we'll put that link on the website, and we'll put the link for Sunday on the website. So if you're on a laptop or a smartphone, it's just a case of going on rockcommunitychurch.org.uk, clicking on the link, and you should join the meeting. If you're on a phone, we'll put the number on there as well. So you can join in. You won't be able to see it down your phone, but you can definitely listen in. We will hopefully see you, hear you, talk to you on Sunday. We'll be sharing about what we'll be doing week to week, what that looks like, how we support one another. Lots of good stuff happening, lots of exciting stuff in the midst of a lot of challenges. So we'll see you then. Bye for now.
Okay. Bye-bye, everyone.